evening, good afternoon, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages. And we just want to welcome you back to the Low High Podcast. And we are so glad you've come in to join us again. I'm Seller.
And I'm Marcello. Yo ho.
Oh my god.
Yar, this episode's about pirates.
Yeah, this episode is about pirates. Okay.
Well, starting with pirates.
We're starting with pirates. No, because the other day what was it? Was I watching Pirates of the Caribbean or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
And bro, those movies are low-key really good.
They're fire.
At least the first three. The other two, yeah.
I didn't realize how deep they went. It's a whole commentary. The first Pirates of the Caribbean, at least, is a commentary on wealth and greed. I had no idea as a child watching this.
Really?
Fantastic. Yeah. The curse.
Oh yeah, the treasure just turns them all into skeletons.
Yeah, it's no matter, and you kind of get all this money that you wanted, and it just doesn't ever satisfy your lust, and it just makes you more hollow. And it's so, if you watch it with that lens, it's a game changer.
No, I feel like I would definitely be able to see that now. Honestly, I was just focusing, as a kid, I was focusing on the skeleton people and the monkey, which is honestly probably the big selling points.
So cool.
But I was just thinking about bro, pirates were probably a lot crazier than we see them in movies and TV and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel conceptually it's kind of crazy because, bro, there's some dude who's already boarded your boat and started robbing you and killing your friends, and you just hear this dude go yar, dude, why? Dude, I feel like that's not necessary, bro. You already won.
No, bro. Pirates they're so cracked. Real life pirates were so cracked out. They lived to 19 or 20. It was literally nothing but, dude. Yeah, it was nothing but seasickness. There was lack of food, and then all that gunpowder and shit. And a lot of them literally started going insane because of all the shit they were inhaling. That's they're not supposed to.
Wow.
That's the whole story behind, and also STDs were so rampant, and on
the pirate ships,
dude. Yeah, in general, because every time they would stop up at a post, most of them went to a whorehouse. They all got the clap, and they didn't have medicine to treat that shit. So one of the only treatments to stop your dick from running off was to inject mercury or lead into your penis, which lead poisoning starts making you crazy. That's why Blackbeard had started putting literal fuses in his beard. He was going fucking insane.
Yo, what? I had no idea. That is insane.
Dude, pirates are so wild.
Bro, I thought he literally just put the fuses in his beard for the vibes, but not. That man was literally insane.
Dude, I'm actually a pirate nerd, and it's really interesting because Blackbeard, he's low-key a cool character, but he's also a piece of shit. So he's really infamous, right? Because he would scare people with fuses. He had this huge black beard, and he would put fuses in it. So he was a creepy ass dude. He had a bunch of pistols too. That was also his thing. But he was all into freeing slaves. So that was a big thing. A lot of slaves at the time, that was the main, unfortunately, a lot of ships would ship slaves. That was a main thing that was being traded at the time, were people. And so when pirate ships would go rob them, oftentimes they'd be yo, there's a bunch of slaves that we just freed. And so actually a lot of slaves became pirates, which was kind of interesting thing. But anyway, Blackbeard had this huge fleet, and he took them all to America, and they were complete equals. And then he just traded all of his men as slaves as soon as he got to America. So he's also a huge piece of shit.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro, that's so
so fucked
so
up
long with that one.
I know. He even everybody, literally his entire crew, no matter the color of skin, they were just yep, you were all free, and then now I'm just using you to buy a plot of, I think it was Pennsylvania or something shitty like that. It's not even worth it.
Damn, imagine somebody sold you for like a piece of fucking Philly or something.
I'd be so upset.
Dude, that'd be so
Also,
bad.
really quickly, just to shit on Philadelphia. What's with the Liberty Bell? Like, why is that like such a famous thing? They literally made a bell that didn't work. And they're like, they're like, this is freedom.
Like, yeah, it doesn't have. I don't really like understand the story of the Liberty Bell. I know that it has like a big fucking crack in it.
It cracked. The bell cracked because freedom
It
rung
is,
so
like-
loudly. The
Oh
bell
my
didn't work.
god,
It was a shitty bell.
bro. Oh my god, the dude. But like, that must have been like a huge fucking like Hail Mary for the person who they commissioned to make the bell. Because like. Somebody uses your bell one time and immediately breaks. You're like, oh shit. And somebody's like, freedom rings too loud to contain. And you're like, yes, that's exactly what I intended. Yes, I'm the one who did this.
It's a good spin. No, but pirates definitely mad.
No,
Everyone wants to be a pirate too. Like, I want to be a pirate. Everyone as a child wanted to be a pirate.
I feel like there's something that's like universally appealing. That like you look at the world and you're like, nah, fuck this, and you just get on a boat and sail away.
Freedom of the sea.
Literally. Even though like I feel like honestly, unless you're doing like pirate kind shit or like on a cruise ship, it'd probably get kind of boring kind of fast. That's just me.
Yeah, it probably would.
Because like you're just looking at the ocean. Just a lot of ocean.
Yep. That's a pirate's life. So like you're looking at the ocean and eating shitty food.
Like, what did pirates even eat? Like, did they have like, because like it's like an old ship with like no like cooling technology, so like everything had to have been like salted so like it didn't go bad, right?
Yeah, probably a lot of stews. I'd imagine, like a lot of soupy things to like rehydrate. I'm sure they dried like a lot of stuff out. Truthfully, I have no fucking clue. Probably a lot of fish, I'd imagine.
Oh, really? Dude,
I'm assuming. I hope so.
Bro, like trying to start a fire on a wooden ship to cook the fish you just caught.
So stressful.
Like that. Like, I can't imagine.
No, bro, that'd be so stressful.
Dude.
They didn't have gasoline. They just put a little gunpowder in there to get it started easy.
Bro, like the dude, they hand him the gunpowder to cook it. He just puts his fucking mouth in there. It's like a huge breath. Ooh, right.
Dude, speaking of pirates, I finally started. You're hearing it here first, folks. I started One Piece.
Wow. You're reprimanding me.
Damn into it. I'm so into it. It's insane. I've never watched 50 episodes. 50. God and I've never watched 50 episodes of a show and barely scratched the surface. It's insane. Dude, I swear, bro, when I finish all 1,000, I'm posting on LinkedIn about that huge accomplishment.
You're gonna put it on your resume. Have seen every episode of One Piece.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the hours in there and everything. It's gonna take me like a year or two.
Bro, like if you finish all of One Piece, you have like an associate's degree in anime or some shit. Like,
I'm
literally
gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, bro. I'm gonna watch 100 episodes and watch 1/10 of a show. It's insane.
Bro, I've seen maybe like 3 episodes of One Piece ever.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. That's like when I saw it when I was like, you know, earlier in life, it just seems like all the characters are so bizarre, and it just seems like a really odd show. But when you actually start it from the beginning, like, it's cool that they really start explaining everything. But again, like, I'm so early in it, so I can't really speak on it yet.
No, when I was in secondary school, one of my friends explained it to me while I was visiting, and he's like, okay, so it's about pirates, but like none of them can swim. And I'm like, what?
That's a huge thing. Yeah. Straight up cannot swim.
I'm like, but then why are they all on ships?
Dude, speaking of like, because okay, so pirates could swim, but there was this one like, I don't even know where it was. There's this one really famous like accident where a boat sank like 200 meters offshore, and that's really swimmable. Like 200 meters, like anybody could do that with clothes on, you know what I mean?
Word.
Pretty much every passenger on the boat died because it was really uncommon for people to know how to swim back in the day.
Wow.
So like these motherfuckers would seriously boat like this huge, like a, you know, like this boat, be like, it's not going down. There's no way that's going to happen. Have no fucking clue how to swim in the water. And literally not even like a minute later, the boat starts sinking and they're just like, shit, I can't get back to shore.
Oh, bro. Nah,
so rough.
Bro, that's like you hate to see it. Because you know some dude was like, when all the trends like, dude, let's get on this boat. This is gonna happen. Like, nah, bro. None of us can swim. Like, nah, don't worry, bro. Modern technology, no way this boat starts sinking. That boat starts sinking. They're like, Dennis, you motherfucker.
Dude, I mean, I guess it makes sense because, like, at first I'm like, how would you possibly board a boat if you don't know how to swim? Like, I board planes and there's no fucking shot I can fly.
See, I understand your logic there, but I feel like, you know, swimming is like way more achievable than flying, to be honest.
Dude, I'm just gonna go on with my wingsuit.
You, bro, literally, the plane starts crashing. You're like, all right, see it, and you just jump out.
If you like entered with a wingsuit or a parachute, like, you know, you're getting stopped. It's like the flight marshal, the first person they're going to.
They're like, dog, what are your plans for this aircraft?
Yeah,
like, I'm just trying to be prepared. I'm just
ready. You know, stay ready.
Bro, you've heard the story about that guy. What's his face? D.B. Cooper.
Mm-mm.
Like, I don't even know, because I didn't even know about him until like recently, maybe like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
He takes a plane hostage. He asks because he said, he tells the flight attendant that he has got a bomb, so he holds the plane hostage. He has them bring him a suitcase full of money, and then he makes the plane take off, and then with the suitcase full of money, he just jumps out of the plane, like over the ocean. Did
they ever find him again?
No. Like, bro, like, me personally, I fully believe that he had to have like died over it. Like, unless there was a boat waiting to like pick him up in the ocean. There's no way he could have made it.
Was this like just a half-baked plan?
Like, it can't be something that he thought all the way through, because he was like, shit, they really gave me the money. What the fuck am I supposed to do now? Because like,
he's dead.
Like,
has to be.
Because like, bro, there's no way that he was gonna like walk out of there, because no matter what airport he landed at, there would have been people waiting for him. Wow. So he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just jumping right out this plane.
He almost did something. He almost successfully heisted money from an airplane and then like took off. Instead, he just jumped to his death.
Bro, that's terrible. Do you ever think it's kind of weird how there was a period where you could just kind of get away with a ton of stuff on planes?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like pre-TSA and everything.
Because, yeah, like, I mean, I don't think there was a lot of crazy stuff happening. My bad, Saleh. Continue.
No, it's fine. But like, people used like smoke cigarettes and shit on planes, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there'd be like, the plane would have a smoking section and a non-smoking section, and it's like, dog, that doesn't do anything.
So mad. Dude, everybody used to smoke back then. Like, doctors would smoke. Bro. Like, you'd be like going to get your asthma checked out. You'd be like, you want a cigarette?
You're like, oh, yes, sir. Like, oh, we're two grown men at 9 a.m. Have a cigarette and a stiff.
No, smoking on planes is mad. That's got to be crazy.
Nah, because like, imagine you like get fucked up and you end up in the smoker section and you got asthma but nobody believes in that shit because it's like what the 1920. Wait, when were like commercial flights? When did they even start being? I've got like no idea.
I have no idea either. I feel like you're safe in the 80s though. You can definitely say 70s or 80s.
70s, 80s. Dude, the 70s and 80s were just like a wild time in general.
I literally can't imagine being brought up in those times.
Bro, like everybody, like, dude, there were so many fucking serial killers. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Bro, lots of people were doing drugs. Lots of people were starting cults. People were like joining the army.
Yeah, it was a weird time.
It was a weird time. I mean, people are still doing like all of those things, but like we didn't have the internet back then, so it was like way easier to not get caught.
True. Definitely true. I think that's why a lot of that stuff got so out of hand.
Bro. Like,
I don't know.
No, because like it's crazy because you talk to some people and they tell you stories about their grandparents, like in the 50s, like the 60s, pre-internet age, how these people would have multiple families in the same city, just on different sides of town. And they just be alternating the days they spend with which family. And it's like, dude, I don't think you could ever get away with that now.
No. Dude, you can't even like... You definitely cannot do that. There's very little chance you can do that unless you're one of those people who's just like, yeah, I don't use a phone. You know, it's just like, I don't even have a phone number. You could go that route.
Like, you know, like live off the grid. Like people who are like, oh, I'm not going to live in this society anymore. Everything is fake.
I'm switching it up. Turning it off.
Right. But low-key, you know, it's kind of crazy because hypothetically, you could just hop on like a carnival cruise ship, stop at like someplace in the Caribbean, just get off the boat, disappear.
Bada boom. I think about that stuff sometimes. I'm like, maybe I should just like completely off the map it.
Like just stop, like no taxes, no ID, nothing.
Yeah, the thing, I feel like you just have to be really confident in your decision, because if you ever like decide to like, oh, that wasn't for me, and you come back, you have a lot of explaining to do, like a lot to a lot of people.
Like for real, like just being gone, and like the people like, bro, what about like your family, or like dude, imagine some dude just disappears to some island for like 7 years, just clocks into his job one day like a 10 and a 4.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like you got to explain that to your family, your friends, your job. You're probably fired. Definitely the government. They'll probably just presume you dead. So like that's gonna be fun. Hey.
Honestly, I feel like there could be an advantage to being presumed dead.
Oh, there definitely is.
Like you won't have to pay taxes. That's for sure.
Dude, I wish taxes were a thing. No credit card.
Like. Taxes, it's like, I feel like in other countries like Canada, like they take your taxes and like you can see your taxes do stuff, but like in the majority of places you can't see what your taxes are doing, and it's like, dog, why do I need to do this?
Dude, I'm with you. I read a little tweet the other day. Somebody was saying like, oh, it would be really stupid to have like a health, you know, whatever healthcare system where everyone can get it. Don't you remember something about like Obamacare and like how I had to wait to get a surgery? And then somebody from Canada responded like, my husband needed like serious brain surgery, and like the biggest expenses for me were like the snacks from my stress eating. So like, it's good.
Bro, that's tough.
Ah, that'd be so lit though. Bro, even the dentist. I got a fucked up face. Like my smile, my teeth are not good. Like if I didn't have to pay for that, life would be so good.
Bro, no, like medical care in the US, it's insane.
It's ass,
bro. But the thing is, like, there's a certain point when you make enough money that these avenues open up where like the taxes and stuff, they really don't matter to you. Because there's this movie on Netflix. It's called The Laundromat. And it explains how rich people like launder their money, because like if you're broke, it's tax evasion, But if you're rich, it's tax avoidance, and that's just good business, and it's so fucking crazy.
That's such a common thing you hear with like a bunch of wealthy people. They're like, oh, it's just, I don't pay taxes. I'm like, good for you. What does that mean?
Like literally, dog. Like how do you just not do that?
Dude, it's great. Well, I mean, it's because it's all business expenses, and then they take out loans against their business, so they're technically, even though they're worth millions and billions of dollars, they're technically broke.
Dude,
it's stupid.
Like, it's fucking crazy. And there's a place like where a bunch of businesses are registered. Let me see if I have it on my phone. Yeah, okay. 1209 North Orange Street, Wilmington, Delaware. There's like a bunch of businesses all registered to this address to save their owners money, and it's so insane.
That's where Lohi is registered to.
You already know the vibes.
Dude, like my dad said, like one time he just dropped this little quote, and it just, I don't know, maybe it's complete bullshit, maybe it's not, but he was like, yeah, he's like, the rich guys, like they make the rules, so they might as well play by them. Makes sense.
Literally, bro, that street I just mentioned, you know how many businesses are in that one building?
Can I guess?
Guess.
I'm gonna go with 300. Is that way high?
Nope. That's way low.
What? Okay. 10,000.
Too low.
Are you serious?
I am not fucking with you at all.
50,000.
Too low.
No way. How many?
285,000 as of 2012. Right now, it's about 300K plus.
Are all registered to some random address in Delaware.
Literally, it's just one office building.
That's obviously bullshit.
But I guess it's legal.
What does that even mean? What's even the benefit of that?
I'm trying to, I'm reading an article about it right now. I can't even.
What serial entrepreneur lives in Delaware? That's insane.
Okay, it says in 1891, Jersey adopted an extremely generous corporate tax law that would allow businesses to do business as the business pleases, blah, blah, blah. By incorporating there, a company based in another state could save big on taxes and enjoy perks like unlimited market expansion. What?
Oh, so they're literally just registered in the state that like benefits them the most.
Like literally, it's called like the Delaware loophole.
Oh my God.
By incorporating your business in Delaware, you'll likely save millions in taxes.
Oh my God. 300,000 businesses.
Dude, there's literally a little graph about how the Delaware loophole works. I'll send it to you.
Please do. What the funk? It doesn't even make sense.
The world doesn't make sense. That's why the best thing to do is not think about it too hard.
Bro. Hey, at least like that's a scam. That feels like a scam. I don't know. Dude, speaking of scams, this one lady I was reading, like, you know how it's just like almost, if someone gets scammed, you usually feel bad for them. It's like, oh, that sucks, right? Yeah. I actually don't feel bad for this woman at all. She got scammed because like, it wasn't a ton of money. It's like $400 though. Like that's a good chunk of change.
Yeah.
Because an astronaut needed help getting back from space.
What? Oh. I'm sorry, can you elaborate?
So this lady receives a message from a, air quotes, astronaut saying, I need help getting back from space. Can you please send me whatever money you have? And she was like, oh yeah, I understand. That's a tough spot. I hope you get back soon. Here's $400. Like, how? That's like almost intentionally stupid. Like that's almost a meme.
Bro, like that's the kind of thing that you see somebody falling for in a TV show.
Yeah. Oh, imagine if it wasn't a scam though, and like it's really just that desperate up there.
Bro, does Wi-Fi even work in space? Well, I assume there's like been live streams from space, right?
Yeah, but I don't think it's like. I don't think you can just send anybody a message. I'm sure there's some sort of secure line thing going on.
Word. Dude. What the dude from Star Trek? The guy who played Captain Kirk.
I actually don't know.
I'm Googling it. William Shatner.
Okay.
So he apparently got to go to space a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, you played a space captain for so many years of your life. Was it amazing? Was it incredible? He's like, nah, I felt an incredibly profound emptiness and it made me very sad. And I'm like, yo. And everybody was like, that's not what I was expecting, my guy.
Wait.
Literally, the headline, this is from October. Bro, this is the headline from October 6th. William Shatner. My trip to space filled me with sadness.
Jeez. Wow, that's got to be so crazy.
Bro, like I feel like I don't know, like you can't like explain the feeling of like looking at your entire planet from outside of it. Like that has to fuck you up for sure.
Oh, definitely. Wow. He's like, yeah, I was just having so much fun for so many years. I made a whole career out of it. Intense loneliness. Shit. That is definitely crazy, though.
But wait, what he says is kind of nice, though.
Oh.
I thought that going into space would be the ultimate catharsis of that connection I had been looking for between all living things. That being up there would be the next beautiful step to understanding the harmony of the universe. In the film Contact, when Jodie Foster's character goes to space and looks out into the heavens, she lets out an astonished whisper, "They should have sent the poet." I had a different experience, because I discovered that the beauty isn't out there, it's down here with all of us. Leaving that behind made my connection to our tiny planet even more profound. Okay.
Honestly, I fuck with it.
Yeah, no, that's nice. Because I was kind of just expecting he was like, you know what? It was really empty and I wasn't fucking with that.
I could imagine, though, like, you're just expecting it's space. And really what you're looking at is just, like, the world that's so big just all of a sudden becomes so tiny. It's got to be really hard to, like, mentally wrap your head around once you actually see and experience that.
Like the understanding of our insignificance in like the larger universe. I know that like must mess people up, but I don't know. Would you go to space if you had the opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, it's space, dude.
See, but what would you do in space? Oh, absolutely. I would take, I don't know, a bunch of pictures and like selfies, but like,
yeah,
I don't know, what really is there to do in space?
I usually try not to be a tourist where I go, but like in space, full blown. I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt. I'm wearing like knee-high socks, like khaki shorts. I'm taking selfies everywhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I would probably jump around.
Oh, because of zero gravity, of course.
Yeah, I would piss everywhere. Just because, like, what's that like?
Damn, just like vibing, floating, just letting it all hang loose.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's actually way more stressful going up there because, like, you have to. It's like it's physically straining. You're like, gonna pass out or throw up. There's just insane G-force, like, and then you're in zero gravity. It's got to feel pretty weird.
Like, I think it like has an effect on like your bones or something. That's why astronauts have to do, like you said, all that training.
Yeah, they do, and they can't be up there for too long because I'm not an expert on that, but I know it does like affect because you're so used to like your muscles just have to work so much less, so they get really atrophied really quickly. That's what it is. Yeah, it's like atrophy. So when you come back, they need to go through physical therapy again to like walk with all this, you know, with like, I think it's like what, 9.8 pounds of gravity or something like that.
Wow. No, because I remember there was an interview with this astronaut who was so used to like talking to other people in space that he just like let go of stuff and he'd just hang in space for a while, and then it would come back and then he just grab it. But he was in an interview on Earth, and he just kept dropping stuff and expecting it to still be there.
Instead of being like, yo, hold this for a second, he just like lets his cup go.
Like, bro, literally. It's crazy.
That would confuse me. I love watching all the space videos though. Like, they're so cool. Like all the astronauts who just do normal stuff in space, like all the things we're curious to see.
Yeah. I can't imagine like the empty, cold darkness of space, and there's like no YouTube or anything.
So you go up to space, you're like, oh, I'm definitely like live streaming this shit.
Dude, on God.
I don't know. I feel like we'll like, if it's Mars or the moon, I almost feel like it's the moon.
Like, the moon is closer. It's like more convenient real estate.
Yeah. People want to take trips to the moon.
Dude, I definitely like watching the sunrise off the moon. That's like some real bucket list type shit.
Yeah. Just like, that's got to be so crazy, man.
Like, if only, you know, we could just do stuff, but instead we gotta have jobs and pay taxes.
Let's do it. Yeah, I do definitely feel the more and more I've spent time as a full-on adult, the more and more I feel misled and lied to. I'd like my money back. I never consented to being here. Yeah.
Literally, like, you're growing up and everybody's like, oh, adulthood is a scam. And they don't tell you that until you start reaching like closer and closer to being an adult. Because everybody's like, oh no, adulthood is great. Like, I don't understand why people feel the need to lie to kids about this stuff. Not everybody does.
Well, it's literally the rest of their life, and it's kind of inevitable. So you might as well get them hyped up before you crush their little souls.
Like, unless like you just have an insane amount of money, like it's just like you're just gonna be in the trenches for a while. Like, I saw this tweet that like everybody's about to reach that point in their 20s when they decide if they want to be evil or if they want to be poor, and it's like, damn.
It's low-key like that though. It almost feels like that, at least. I kind of want like just an honest, like just it's not much but it's honest work type situation going. Like, I think I'd feel really good about that.
Word.
But pretty far from that at the moment. Currently, I just rob people of dopamine and create videos. So
literally, I'm gonna get a job in like advertising or something. Yeah, how are we gonna manipulate these people to buy stuff they don't need? It's like, I can do it for you.
I hate it. Like, so I like, you know, help with social media on like this one business, and we did like a series of like interviews, right? And it's all like, it's about what like Web3, it's informational stuff. And I almost feel like it's kind of the user base's fault. That's where I really want to blame them, because like we'll put together these like well done, nice pacing, actual content, like you're learning something, it's useful information, and it gets like, you know, a few thousand views. Then we'll post when we're just randomly interviewing just a pretty average looking girl, right? Like, you know, like no offense, like, you know, but like just like she's not even like a bombshell or anything, just like conventionally average. Right off the bat, we post it, not even 20 minutes later, 5,000 views. Fucking ridiculous. And she did not provide any insight about anything. She just wasn't a white dude.
Wow.
like a middle-aged white guy. So honestly, just do better, guys. I can't.
Man. See, horniness is the only disease that's we're never gonna find a cure for.
It's horrible. I like can't believe people literally make, you know, almost 6 figures a month off thirst traps. It's real.
Dog, like if I could do that shit, I'd definitely do it.
You can do that shit, Saturday. You can do it.
You know what? That's a valid point. When I'm emotionally ready, I'll do it.
Yeah, I can't imagine how that'd be. You know what's crazy? I was talking to somebody, you know, a few weeks back, and like they make like 15 grand a year. It's a side hustle, so they get like a, you know, just over $1,000 a month and some bonuses here and there. And their side hustle is managing the messages for an OnlyFans account. So they just like,
wow.
Yeah. So, you know, the OnlyFans, whoever that the owner was, they were like, yo, I don't want to like deal with all these messages. You just deal with the messages, and like every month I'll pay you like $1,500. She was like, yeah, I'll do that. I can do that for you.
Yo, that's actually not bad at all.
It's crazy. And so, you know, if you're looking for a side hustle, like you can literally just manage somebody else's OnlyFans messages, just the messages.
Bro. Just DM like them, like, hey, yo, I know you're tired of talking to these niggas. Let me do it for you.
Yeah, straight up. But before we close the episode out, I just do feel like as a podcast, we need to take a stance on Kanye West. And I just want to say, he's crazy. I don't fuck with him. But one thing, so I guess I'm not really, honestly, that I haven't really been following that much, but you know, I guess he's inspired a lot of like really far right people to just like get active again, and like so, and apparently a large amount of the KKK too. They're like, yeah, Kanye, like he's on his shit, and that is the only part. Yeah, like the whole 2024, like, you know, the White Lives Matter shirts that he wore, like he's been inspiring like a ton of seriously far right, like mad conservatives, like, you know, rednecks, like KKK members. They're all like, yeah, like he's got it down. And that is the only part in which I see the irony, and I can appreciate it, because the KKK is now idolizing a black man. So
that's crazy.
It's kind of crazy. Like, that's not even a joke. That's just kind of, there's definitely irony in there, and it's just really fucking insane. But I think Adidas cut their ties with him. Yeah. I think Chase, his banking at Chase, they kicked him out too.
Like, he's apparently no longer like a billionaire, because the whole Adidas thing apparently cost him like $400 million.
Dude, I don't know. I have no idea what he's thinking, but yeah, fuck that guy. He's insane.
Dude, like, Kanye needs help. A lot of people on this earth need help, but not a lot of people have the money and the platform to like say the stuff that he's saying.
Dude,
and, like,
it's really, I honestly never, I don't know. It's just, it's shocking to say the least. I guess it's just really confusing, like, actually.
Like, bro, if somebody went back to high school me and told me what Kanye West had become, there's like, I could not have fathomed it. There was no way.
Did you watch that documentary, like the Netflix documentary? I think it's called like Ye or something like that. It's about Kanye.
Yeezus?
Yeah, Yeezus.
Yeah, I did, bro.
It's really, because like I wasn't super into Kanye when I was younger, but I, like, you know, obviously, like, he's a fantastic musician. His earlier music, like, it's just really good. There's just no other way to put it. But like, I feel like kind of like we always knew Kanye as like he's like kind of like a character. Like, he's kind of a little crazy, and definitely like over the past couple of years, like he's definitely just been like almost like an insane celebrity, and that's what everyone knows him as. So it was really strange actually watching like the documentary when he was just like a normal, driven, like hardworking dude. It's really odd, actually.
It's the money, bro. Like, this is why everybody can be rich, bro.
Yeah. Dude, I agree. I was talking about this the other day. Like, I feel like a lot of celebrities once they're up there for a little bit, they just get weird. Look at Post Malone. Look at Lil Nas.
Bro.
Like, what outfits are they wearing? Machine Gun Kelly? What the fuck?
Bro, like I feel like low key, Lil Nas has always just been kind of a weird guy, and like that's part of his brand. But everybody else, wait, what did Post Malone do? Has he been like?
Well, his music started sucking, and then you know what? Maybe I'm just being judgmental, but it's like I feel like it's just when you look at the beginnings of like celebrities or like personalities, they're just like they seem really like your average Joe. Like you'd almost see them walking around like in a city or something like that, and you'd be like, you know, that's whatever the heck. And now they wear like, I don't know, they got all this like, just visually they're wearing all this weird shit, and it is like, it's technically weird because not a lot of people wear like, I don't know, sparkly platform heels and like 18th century garments like it's normal.
Bruh.
No offense to the people who do, but like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's part of the whole like branding of being a celebrity because you trade like money for I feel like a certain part of your humanity, right?
Yeah.
Because you stop being a person, you become kind of a figurehead, and that's why I like you like crazy people like getting a fucking platform when they're rich. It's like a lot more damaging than people think because they don't see. Because it's only the people who disagree with them who are like, okay, this is a person being out of pocket. The people who agree with them, like, oh yeah, this is somebody living in like a different world, and I agree with what he's saying. Like that shouldn't matter. Blah blah blah. And like, dude, like the only problem, like celebrities only really ever get backlash when they make human mistakes. But when they do something like super crazy, like they can be forgiven for it.
That's actually a good way to put it.
Man, it's like weird, like how the world works.
It's just got to be so strange. I feel like you definitely lose touch with that, like reality. For sure. I feel like we're all losing touch with reality, though. I don't know.
Honestly, I blame the internet, bro. I feel like not everybody's voice deserves to be heard, bro. Like I'm sorry.
No, you're right.
But every time I scroll through Twitter, I'm like, nah, the internet was a mistake.
Yeah. Twitter's amazing at the same time, though, like, but it's also horrible.
Incredibly cursed.
Dude, I feel like my new goal is just to like be normal, like just a normal, chill person.
It's so hard to be that nowadays, man. But well, thank you guys all so much for joining us in our attempts to be normal.
Yeah. Thank you so much for I guess we're normal. Nothing's normal anymore, but hey, we'll figure it out.
And we just want you to know that if you're feeling high or if you're feeling low, you've always got a place to go. Thank you so much for joining us.